Stop! Put the cable down. If you just yank this drive out of your Synology NAS without telling the system first, you are gambling with your data. Best case scenario? The NAS yells at you. Worst case? You corrupt your file system and lose those backups forever. Hi everyone, I'm Anna, and welcome back to For Real, the place where we keep tech practical and easy. Today, I'm going to show you the proper way to eject an external drive from your Synology Disk Station Manager, or DSM. Whether you're using a USB drive for hyper backup or just transferring some movie files, safe removal is critical. And stick around, because halfway through, I'm going to show you exactly what to do if the eject button fails, because that happens more often than you think. Let's dive in. All right, step 1. Open up your web browser and log into your Synology DSM. You should see your main desktop. We need to find the control panel. Usually it's right here on your home screen. If not, click the main menu in the top left corner and find it there. Go ahead and click Control Panel. Once you're in, you're looking for the Systems section. In that list, you'll see an icon labeled External Devices. Give that a click. Here is the command center for everything plugged into your NAS. You'll see a list of connected drives. Step 4 is simple. Click once on the specific external device you want to remove. It should turn blue or gray to show it's selected. With the drive selected, look at the top menu bar of this window. You'll see a button that says Eject. Go ahead and click that. The system is going to ask you to confirm. This is your last chance to make sure no one is currently copying files to that drive. If you're clear, click OK. And boom! The drive will disappear from the list. Once it's gone, it is safe to reach behind your NAS and physically unplug the USB cable. Before we get into the troubleshooting, because I know some of you are clicking Eject and getting an error message, let's take a quick For Real trivia break. We are talking about hard drives today. Do you know how big the world's first hard drive was? It was the IBM 305 RAMAC, launched in 1956. It weighed over 1 ton and had to be moved by a forklift. And the storage capacity? A whopping 5 megabytes. That's barely enough to store one high-quality photo taken on your smartphone today. We've come a long way with these portable terabyte drives. Okay, back to business. You clicked Eject, but the NAS says cannot eject device because it is in use. This is the most common headache. Don't panic, and definitely don't pull the cable yet. This usually means a background service is holding onto the drive. Here are the top 3 culprits. Culprit number 1, USB copy. If you have the USB copy package set to auto-run, it might still be finalizing a task. Check the package status. Culprit number 2, Plex or video station. If your external drive has movies on it, and Plex is scanning the library for metadata, it locks the drive. You might need to temporarily stop the Plex package in the package center to free up the drive. Culprit number 3, file indexing. If you just dumped a ton of photos onto that drive, Synology Universal Search might be indexing them. If you can't find the culprit, the safest nuclear option is to shut down the NAS via the software, wait for it to power off, and then unplug the drive. It takes longer, but it guarantees 0 data corruption. If that troubleshooting tip just saved you from corrupting your data, do me a favor and hit that like button right now. It really helps the channel out. So to recap, log in, go to Control Panel, External Devices, select and Eject. It's a 10-second process that saves you hours of data recovery headaches. Also, a quick pro tip. If you are using this drive for regular backups, consider formatting it to ext4 if you only use it with the Synology, or XFAT if you need to plug it into Windows and Macs too. Just remember, Synology sometimes requires a separate license install for XFAT access. Now that you've safely ejected your drive, you might be looking for the best way to automate your backups so you don't have to do this manually every time. Check out my video right here on setting up Synology Hyper Backup. I'm Anna, this is For Real, and I'll see you in the next one.